All right, welcome to another video. Today we're going to take a look at Microsoft. We're going to do a quick technical analysis on the charts with this, and I'll give you my personal take. Keep in mind, none of these are recommendations to buy, sell, or trade, just an opinion. All right, let's kick things off. Microsoft's got a couple of things coming out with our earnings very soon. So we've got earnings coming out where earnings season's on 1/25, so that's January 25th, 2022. Be a little more careful here. We've got a few technical things that you'd want to watch out for when it comes to this stock. So right now, kind of this 305 is a key support level. So definitely watch these levels right here. This is where we had a breakout in October, and that stock was moving quite well. Then we basically had a ton of resistance over here right around the 340 level. So since then, that stock has been, trying to get higher, rejecting, trying to get higher, rejecting, trying to get higher, rejecting. So this is kind of like a triple top in a way you could say, but it tested it about 3 times. Okay. So if you really look at it, we've got kind of three areas that it rejected. Finally, the third time's a charm, and it went down, pulling back to the previous breakout levels or support levels in this case now. So now this has become the support. Unfortunately, the volume is picking up speed on the sell side and action, and of course with a weak market that does not help. It's different if it's a single stock and it's isolated, but in this case, the whole market's acting very weak, and that becomes a little bit of a problem. So as we look back at Microsoft, overall the trend is very healthy. When you look at this stock just shooting to the moon, kind of, it's moving very well. So this little blip here is not anything like major. It's not like it's going down and then it's going back up. So at the moment, we don't see anything like that from a monthly perspective. From a weekly perspective, what you're noticing is we're kind of getting into a blip similar to what we had in 2020, where that pullback could start to pick up speed and accelerate. And that pullback was actually, let's see, about 30%. So that was a bit of a problem. And also in 2018, we had a pullback of about 20% as well. So right now, if we look at kind of where the highs are to now, we are at 11%. So we're only halfway there. The volume, as you can see, also picking up speed here on the weekly. So going into the daily, if you take this and you look at it from an A to B, B to C, C to D pattern, that C to D should kind of end, and we're kind of looking at 280. So this is where the problem lies with this stock a bit, is that if you actually look at an A, B, C, D pattern, if this support right here at about this 305 level does not hold and we start seeing more selling pressure, you're going to be looking for probably 280 as where that stock could come back into, and potentially look for another bounce at that level. Now, if it gets into that level and then bounces, we could still continue lower. It's just that, hey, this is that next level that we'd be watching for right there. And that's when this, you have to look at the longer term chart, right? Because the longer term chart, we're still kind of heading in this upward direction, but then after a while, it starts breaking down. So for the time being, the stock is trying to hold this level, but I don't know if this is temporary, because we do have selling pressure and selling pressure that's building. So right here, we had that, bounce. Here's all the sellers, bears taking some profits, and then rolled back over. And now again, could it bounce right here and then roll back over? Absolutely. So let's just see, but this took like 3 to 4 days here. So again, this could go 1 or 2 days and then again, roll back over. So watch out for this level. That's probably the main critical thing to really watch right now, because you're coming right into this level. And I think earnings are going to dictate that as well, because you have earnings in January 25th. So watch that date very closely and see how that stock reacts and behaves around that date, because that's when you'll really see like things either pushing higher or lower. Anyways, I wanted to thank you so much for joining me. Remember to check out Traders Fly. There's a YouTube channel for this as well, which you can see here in my description, or just hop on over if you're interested in trading options and going that route. But other than that, from a technical perspective, these are some of the things to watch for with this stock. Trending, moving higher from the long term, still looks intact. Could be an adding opportunity as it pulls back. From a medium term perspective, you're kind of looking at some sideways action, possibly starting to head into maybe lower prices soon. But right now you can see we've got some sideways action right there. And from a shorter term perspective, we could still actually look for a further downside move where this could finish off this A to B B to C, C to D pattern, especially because the bearish volume is building. Anyways, I hope that helps, gives you some insight on the technicals and maybe another perspective and viewpoint to kind of compare your own against. And I want to appreciate you sticking around from the channel. Check out some of the other videos that I have, because even the videos in the past are also still relevant because they can give you that longer term perspective that I've talked about in this video. All right, I'll see you next time. Take care.